Hi, I'm back on Joe's YouTube channel, O'Brien on a Bike. Today we're going to cover some slow riding. Now we need different skills for slow riding. The first one being is we need to look where we want to go. So we need to keep our head up and look where we want the bike to go. So everywhere my head goes, the bike goes. The second one is what we call the friction zone on the clutch. So that is basically we're slipping the clutch. So we don't want the clutch all the way in, we don't want the clutch all the way out. Now you might think, oh, I'm going to burn the clutch out. Well, all we're doing is a 5 or 6 minute exercise. So we do that, and then we just run it off and let the bike cool down, and the clutch should be fine. The other thing is, we need to use the back brake. Now, above 10-15 miles an hour, the bike will stay upright, but below that speed, it's not going to do that. So the back brake will compensate that. So basically, we've got the forces of the friction of the clutch moving the bike forward. We've got the back brake pulling it back, so that to keep the bike upright. And then also with our throttle, we don't want to be above 2,000 revs. So all them mixed together will keep us going for slow riding. Also, at slow speeds, we can't lean the bike over. So what we do is use our upper body as a counterweight. Okay. So what I'm going to do now is just going to drive slowly now, using the friction on the clutch and the back brake, and you can see how slow we can go. Okay. So these skills, you practice it and practice it and practice it, you'll get better. So I'm going to pick a point ahead and just going to keep my head up and look at it. I'm just going to go slowly forward. Okay, so all I was doing there was basically using the friction zone and controlling it on the back brake. You just want to be nice and relaxed, slightly grip the handlebars, knees close to the tank, and pick a point. Now we're going to do some slalom work through the cones there. And what you want to do, you want to look at the furthest cone possible. You don't want to look down. If you look down, the bike's going to go down. So I'm going to look at the furthest cone possible, and then I'll start from this side and I'll aim for 1 o'clock on the second cone. As I come across there, I'll look to 11 o'clock on the last cone, and I'll go around it and so on and so forth. Now where my head's looking. Using my upper body as a counterweight. Using the friction zone. Bring the bike right down if I want to. So as you saw, my head was looking where I want the bike to go, and then just follow it through, using the friction zone, using the back brake to control the speed. Okay, so now what we're going to do is a U-turn. Okay, just get off the bike a minute. So if we imagine this line here is the curb side, just along here, that's the curb side, and I want to turn around, do a U-turn to the other cones. So what I'm going to do, if I was to start my turn here, I'm going to lose about a foot. So as I come forward, I'm going to come into the curb, turn my head where I want the bike to go, then I'll come across and get around in one. Okay? I'm not going to look at the curb. If I look at the curb, that's where the bike's going to go and go, oh, I'm not going to get there. So I'll just look across, and then as I go round from here, my head's there, trying the bike, and then I'm looking over there where I want the bike to go, and the bike will go round, okay? In theory. I'll start off, I'll come into the curb, my head and eyes will swing round to the right, the bike will go around. Okay, now Joe's going to do some slow riding then. Joe's riding an NC 750S. It's an automatic clutch. She's got the automatic clutch because, bless her, she had a bad accident there last year, and she can't operate a clutch anymore with her left foot, or also say the gear lever with her left foot. So she's got the automatic clutch, but still the principles still apply in regards to the use of the throttle and the back brake. Now Joe's going to do the round the cones here. So what she's doing already, she's looking at the furthest cone possible, and she's going to concentrate on that, and as she goes round to reach the furthest cone, she'll start looking at the cone on the offside there. And if you look at Joe's head, she'll look before she turns the bike, and she keeps her head up, and then it's all slow control on the back brake. There she goes. Then if you look at where she's looking, then she's looking to the far side of that bike, and as she goes round to this cone now she'll start looking at the far cone on the right hand side, see where her head's going. And again, once she'll start looking to the right now, where she wants the bike to go. And it's all done. So you see her left foot there feathering the back brake. Look where her eyes are looking. She's looking at the far cone, and as she comes around this one, she'll start turning her head to the right. Look, see where her eyes are looking. So where she looks, that's where the bike's going to go. She's using her upper body as a counterbalance. The slower you go, the more you need to use your upper body as a counterbalance. And again, her head will go round to the right now. Nice slow speed control. Okay, so Joe's going to now do a U-turn. The cone there on the floor represents the curb. She'll come into the curb, and then she'll turn her head over to the right. That's where the bike wants to go. Nice slow speed, and around she goes. One U-turn. So it's all about then using that friction zone on the clutch, although Joe's not got one. Back brake, throttle below 2,000 revs, head up, looking where you want the bike to go, and using the upper body as a counterweight.